Hey folks, before I begin this video, just a disclaimer. I spent a lot of Roblox on this game to get this video out. Some of these are trait rerolls. There's plenty of times where I spend 1600 Robux gems. I'm on page 8 already. I think I spent maybe 50k Robux on this game. This is all for science, so I can summon all of these units. I have all the mythicals in game right now. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another anime adventures video. I did just wake up, so my voice is extra low today. I wanted to make this video because I know a lot of you guys were asking me questions about who is the best character, how to get gems, and all this other crap. I guess I've decided to make this quick get pro guide. Well, first off, two things. Anything I say today might not apply in the future. Things can change and things can get nerfed. This game is extremely new. Raids aren't even out yet. This game's only been out for, I think, six days. And number two is this video is not meant to be funny in any way. This is just supposed to be a guide for those of you who are looking for help. All in one place. Ready, gamers? Let's go. First off, how to get gems and where to spend gems. Obviously spend your gems on summonings, but at the same time, do consider spending gems on these pieces right here. Sometimes the merchant shop sells really great pieces, such as this right here, this piece. What is this? This is King's Idol. But back at it, how do you get gems easy? Doing any of these runs repeatedly gives you 15 gems, and they could increase over time. Infinite mode also gives you a lot more. However, even if you get to, let's say, wave 209, the gem increase is low, so it's not really worth the time. Because it took me 3 hours to do 209. It's gonna take you around 6 to 7 minutes with friends, and that's around 15 gems. 15 gems, 50 EXP. See, 6 to 7 minutes. Pay attention to your legendary pity. You don't want to waste that because you can guarantee a legendary that you like. You can also go to Time Machine, get some free gems, hop in here. For every 150 seconds, you get 3 gems if you're a regular player, and if you have premium VIP, you get 6 gems. I also have an auto clicker right here. I will have a link for it in the description box below. You need an auto clicker to stay in Roblox so you don't get disconnected. So just click any you want. You can click like right here and leave it on overnight. Another good way to get gems is challenges. Challenges don't always give bonus gems. Sometimes they do. They give star rewards, which is kind of why you should also come here to get your star rewards. And the last big thing to farm for gems is always finish up your daily and your main quests. And then there's the daily quests. If you're able to do all of them, like kill 1,000 enemies, do 10,000 damage, clear 2 challenges, kill 2,000 enemies, and then do story mode 3 times, and then go back up and get the ultimate complete all daily quest reward. Overall, all these gems combined is a lot. And if you're able to do all of that, plus obviously AFKing overnight, because that's huge amounts of gems. And that is the best way to get gems right now in game. Oh yeah, don't forget codes too. Almost forgot about that. All right, so here's a list of codes that you guys can pop in. Some codes give gems, some codes just give tickets. All right, so I know you guys were asking for a tier list for the longest time, so I've gone out of my way. 48 characters. Just a disclaimer, some of these characters I do not use at all, so I would just put them in the don't use, don't have. First off, we have a Mythical Broly. You guys probably know how I feel about him. Unevolved, he's still pretty OP, but with Evolved, he's extra OP. Huge range, huge damage. It's a must-have when it comes to tackling some infinite runs, because it hits everything on the map. So S rank for sure. Next off, we have a Mythical All Might. If you evolve him with 2 vials, it becomes a knockback unit. AoE knockback, which is great. It'll push units back so that you can stall them longer to do damage, which I will place them in an S rank for as well. Armin, whoa. It's literally my very first mythical in this game. Not a big fan. It takes a long time to do any damage at all, and you have to click it. It's like a new. It looks good, but I mean, late game is it's practically useless. So I'm putting them in a D rank right now. Even if it's a mythical, it doesn't deserve a mythical rank. And then we have Bakugo. Can't say much, don't use them. A lot of these rares I don't use, and I'll point out the ones I do. Bulma. Bulma, I actually think Bulma is trash. Is it to the point of D rank? No. It's probably like a B or A rank, honestly, because we have one more cash unit that I personally find better. Just so you know, you have to summon 1 Bulma to get 8,000 gold, while you can summon 3 Speedwagons for 7,500 gold bonus. However, Bulma takes longer to max out, which means in a story mode, Bulma's gonna take longer to see benefits. She also costs a lot more too, and she's a legendary rank, which, why? Like, why are you even a legendary at all? Which makes me find Speedwagon and drag into S rank. The only epic S rank that I know right now. Alright, then we have Dobby. I don't use it, I don't have. I'm sorry, I know it's a legendary unit, I should have input on it, but I don't. If it does any burning at all, it would easily go on a B rank, but until I find out, I don't know. Deku I also don't know. I don't use these rare characters. Now for Diablo. Diablo is precarious. Aside from Diablo's time stop, time skip, time jump, he's pretty useless. His range is pretty doo-doo. His damage is good, but I mean, we have better damage units all around. However, because of that time skip, he deserves S rank. He's necessary for infinite runs sometimes. So if you can get him, feel free to get him, but honestly, I mean, get other characters first and then get them later. And now we have Dio. I declare Dio as one of the best characters in game on my stream, if not #1 in general. Come on, automatic time stops, decently great damage, perfect for story modes, and a necessity for infinite runs. So definitely S rank, no questions asked. Moving on to Irwin. Irwin's also great too. Irwin is pretty much the same thing as Aaron. These two are pretty much the same, but Irwin can spawn units with higher HP and at the same time buff and give 25% damage bonus to your other units. So he's definitely a S tier, and if that's the case, then Irwin's like a A or B, like probably an A. I'm thinking about putting Bulma down here too, for B for Bulma. Yes. Frieza, I don't know, don't use. Gaara, I know Gaara can stun in a cone shape, and that's actually not a bad thing. If you don't have stun characters, this is a good filler. So I'll put him on B rank for now. Genos, I don't use. Giorno, I don't use. And now for the two Gokus, Goku Black and Goku Super Saiyan Blue. Goku Super Saiyan Blue is good on damage, but doesn't bring any utility for him. While Goku Black is a heal unit. A heal unit that is very limited, even though his range is high, his damage is low. So if I'm gonna place them, I'm gonna put Super Saiyan Blue in A rank and Goku Black in B rank. Ichigo I don't use. Epic Ichigo I don't use. Inosuke I don't use. Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of these characters I didn't really bother with because, I mean, I didn't hear great things about them anyways. It's not like... And now we have Itachi. Itachi is likely a B rank unit. Around the same as Goku Black. At this point into the game, heal units, they're pretty useless. They don't really do much. They're very limited because they are limited by the amount of areas they can actually land on. So with that being the case, even if Itachi can burn with Amaterasu, he's only okay. Josuke, I'll probably put him on a C rank because he stuns. He stuns single target, and it's probably the first rare character I can actually place on this tier list. He's definitely not the best stunner, but at least he stuns, and if you don't have anything else, if you don't have a Gaara, and you don't have a Jotaro or Dio, then, you know, maybe try him. Give him a try. For Jotaro, I'm gonna put him in A rank. He's almost as good as Dio, and some would say that he's either the same as Dio or better, just because you can control his time stops. I personally feel like he doesn't do as much damage, and I also think that his time stop cooldowns are a little longer than Dio's, so I put him in A rank. Kakashi, he's nothing but pure damage, so I'll put him in C rank. I don't think he's anything special, but the perk for him is he's a unit you can spawn at the very start. Kakio, you can probably put him in a C rank just because he's a heal unit, you can have huge range on him, but his damage is doo-doo. Killua, also a great starter unit to spawn. I wouldn't put him on a B rank. Actually, you know what? I will. He does really good damage. Krillin, heal unit. I don't know. If you could replace him, you would be probably replacing him already. And now for Levi. Levi's is a damage unit. It's a heal unit also, and it's really good damage, but it doesn't become good until you evolve him, because when you evolve him, he does bleeding damage. S-. Luffy is great for starters. I put him on C rank right here. He's practically free. He's a great starter. And then for Modera, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't place Modera on A rank, but I can tell you that Modera before he evolves is really like an S-. I think he has great burst damage, but if you can have a Broly instead, Broly does more damage and Broly has a much bigger range. He's kind of in between right now and he doesn't have much utility. So even though he's definitely better than A rank, I would place him kind of far end of S rank. But do pick him up anyways. I think he's going to be super hyped to have, and I mean, he's on his Susanoo form, he's a god. Naruto I don't use, so I'm not gonna place him. Nezuko I also don't use. Overhaul. I heard really good things about Overhaul. I also tried to Overhaul as well. Overhaul is a spawn unit, which means you can spawn him at the very beginning while still covering a lot of range area too, so I'll place him in B right now. Pain. As far as the game is right now, Pain is the only knockback unit that's not involved. So in a way, it deserves to be in an S rank if you don't have a evolved All Might. Because he does do knockbacks and he does build pushes, so he's like a cheap version. Some people have him on infinite runs, some people don't. So we'll place him in S rank. Piccolo, great range, great character. I would place him in B rank. Okay, let's see what else. We have Sakura. Sakura is actually not bad. Sakura is actually not bad. Why? She's the only character that heals your base, even if it's very little, but at the same time she gives a 10% damage boost. So I'll place him in A rank for now. Sanji, in my opinion, was one of the best starters too. Unless they nerfed him and I should be moving him, then I'll keep him here. He's a starter, very cheap to upgrade, and does burning damage. As for Sasuke, he's really close to Sanji, but not quite there yet. He does do burning, but he doesn't upgrade as cheaply, and I don't think he's as good at all. Tanjiro I don't use, Todoroki I don't use, Gravity I don't use, Usopp I don't use. Vegeta's good burst damage. Vegeta should go in B rank. Yeah. For a rare, and then there's Zoro. I think Zoro's actually okay too. I'll place him in a C rank for now, put him next to Luffy. I don't think he's as good as Vegeta. That's just my opinion. Zenitsu I don't use. And then Rengoku. One of the most weird characters that I picked up recently. And then for Rengoku, I think it definitely deserves S rank. It does burning damage, it has huge AoE, even though I think when a Modera evolves and does burning damage, it can potentially be stronger than Rengoku. Donut Boy can definitely contend for, you know, the top character slots. Is it the very best number one? I don't think so, but it's high up there. Yeah, so I noticed a lot of these characters I don't use and I really don't care, just because, I mean, there are rare units up here too, and they're pretty easy to get, and there are epic ones, legendary ones, mythic ones. And with that, that is my tier list. I will save that. Alright gamers, that's pretty much it for the tier list. Yeah, I mean, this is a serious video. There's nothing more to do but than to take my quests. I didn't pick them up, I saved them to claim them on video. I think I still need to do one more challenge. Regen enemies. Oh, for Planet Namek? Hell yeah. Do these challenges, always do them. And with that, that is it for today's video. That's it for today's clip. This is the tier list itself. Let me know in the comments down below if this has been helpful for you. And of course, subscribe now for more videos, content like this. I normally don't do these ones where I don't troll around. This one is more of a serious informational one. Thank you. Also, make sure to use Star Code Kelvin when you're buying Robux to support my channel, support it, and I'll come up with a UGC soon. Thank you. Bye.